Welcome to a new video. Today we're in Buckinghamshire looking at the Edgecott overbridge here. This is the Edgecott Road overbridge, which we've filmed before, and to be honest not much had changed, so it's just a quick view of the top there. There's some scaffolding erected and a view down the line works, but nothing really happened here. Looks pretty similar, just a lot of cones have appeared since last time. And looking down the work site here, and in the distance there is going to be an underbridge built on this site. So just a quick fly-over to show it. Very misty it was on Sunday. There you can see the bridge, the underbridge being started there. Calvert in the foreground with the bridge behind it. A little bit of steelwork visible, but nothing else really. And then just looking back towards the large bridge. And I believe that's Adam's accommodation in the distance. The road's going to be rerouted away from that small bridge. It says on HS2 this is wider to allow for a new section of the line to be reinstated in the future. Doesn't go into any further detail. And then there's this, which is an underbridge. The foreground there you can see the culvert underneath where they've raised up. So I believe the line's going to go over the top of this one. Not seen many of these anywhere else, so we'll be keeping an eye out for these. Lots of drainage being installed, you can see it in the background there. I leave this so the bridle will pass under the railway here, and allow for the farm traffic from Adam's accommodation, which is just shown there in the background. Just a general view of it being built, and looking back towards Edgecott Road, you see that small bridge there in the distance. There's that new bridge shown there. And just a quick fly around. So we moved a few miles down the road now. We're on the outskirts of Calvert and Steeple Claydon. And this is the West Street overbridge, which has really progressed in the last few weeks. You can see all the steels are now in place along the top. There's 10 beams in place there. And the steelwork's progressing along the outskirts, that sides of the bridge even. Probably going to look like the one in the background, which is the Perry Hill overbridge. That's been completed now for maybe 6 months. One of the first things I ever videoed on HS2. As we fly around, you can see that it's getting ready for concrete pours around the outside. These are huge structures compared to what used to be here. But yeah, just getting the fly around. I expect this will progress very quickly. It's only been 4 weeks since we were last here, or 5 weeks maybe, and there's been real changes to this structure. You can see the plastic on the ground behind. Seems to be under all of these structures. Not really much to see behind us here, where HS2 will go through the countryside yet, but we'll keep an eye on that, see what else develops in the area. Yeah, lots of work seems to have happened here the last few weeks. Line towards the Perry Hill overbridge, which has appeared to be pretty much complete for a few months. There's still some support in place on the outsides of the structure, and the road in the distance is now closed to traffic until next year. In the distance there you've got East West Rail, and that is going to be the site right in the far background of the photo, of the video even, is going to be the HS2 infrastructure. No sign yet of any roads being built, but the road you can see at the top there is now shut until next year. No construction occurring. You can sort of make out where the road's going to go. I think they'll head underneath HS2, East-West Rail in the background. Now moved on to Calvert again. At the top of the video you can see where the bat tunnel is being constructed, where the last video was. Just make out the incinerator and then all the groundworks that are going on in the outskirts of Calvert. When I filmed this, didn't really think much had happened, but watching the video back, so there's a lot of differences in groundworks, but not much seems to have happened here on the overbridge at School Hill. Lots of steel in place, but no sign of the actual bridge being constructed yet. That's really slowed down compared to the one we've just seen, which seems to have sprouted up. I expect there'll be significant progress there soon. I was quite shocked that there doesn't seem to have been much progress. They were piling that weeks ago. And as we head up, heading towards East-West Rail. Now this is where the Aylesbury link is going to be realigned, and also where the link into the infrastructure maintenance depot is going to be constructed. Can't really make it out on this part of the video, but as we move over to the other side, you can see the curve has been constructed into the field already. It's all been flattened off. So these bits you can see down the left, the right, and the darker brown part there, that definitely wasn't there the last time I was here. And that's the East-West Rail line in the distance, which is now testing. So all these earthworks seem to have happened recently. This seems to be the real development here. Yeah, there's a zoom in here looking at the East-West Rail Bridge and at the two bridges we've just seen. More drainage being installed there. Pump on the right hand side, pumping the water away. And that's going to be where the maintenance depot is. So we'll get the drone down and go and have a look at that as we look back towards the energy to waste facility. And the bat tunnel will be in the distance there. So here we are at the infrastructure depot site. Very brief flyover of this. It does seem like earthworks are happening here from the last time. In the distance on the left hand side you can see where the access will be, which is on the HS2 maps, is the Aylesbury link realignment and the infrastructure maintenance depot southern access. Didn't realise on the drone screen you could actually make out that it was wide enough there to pass across to HS2. So yeah, some negative points for me there. I should have gone a little bit further and you could have made it out clearer.